teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Oh, they called the foul.
A simple touch foul.
Ish Smith. Oh, bad pass there. Blazers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Oh, pass stolen by Portland. Harkless to McCollum. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. To Smith. Glenn Robinson III in a matchup with Harkless.
Hey, we switching here.
Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
McCollum with the basketball. It's 14-12. Nothing going here on that drive. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. To Drummond. Knocked loose. Blazers come away with it. To McCollum. C.J. McCollum. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
One of the most underrated backcourts we have in the league. Dame with an assist to C.J. is something we hear all the time. No, we actually don't. We should probably hear a lot more of that.
Luke Kennard, guarded by Seth Curry. It was right there. Seth Curry, pass stolen by Detroit. To Smith. Knocks it down from mid-range.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland, as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. New blood coming in for both sides. Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. To Lillard. Shot clock winding down. Deep left corner. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Send him down, ice. Oh, no, he can't go you out there.
To Smith. Screen coming. Ish Smith against the Lehigh product. From long range. And the rebound comes to Aminu. Portland's got it. To McCollum. C.J. McCollum. He's now 4 for 6.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Time to shuffle things up. Ish Smith to Drummond. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Andre Drummond at the line. Misses the first. Oh, he missed them both. To McCollum. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Ball. Hey, feed me, I'm hot.
Navigating through traffic to Luke Kennard. And abuses the rim. Big finish for Andre Drummond.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Lillard to Cantor. Andre Drummond.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Harkless. Lillard. Missed it.
Look long.
Cantor to Lillard.
Watch that cutter.
To Cantor. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. And it's Cantor. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
It's Detroit's ball.
I got ball. Here we go. My ball.
Deep three at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. So the difference, 3 points as we reach the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Andre Drummond rejects it. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. McCollum. Lillard. And Jackson able to grab the rebound. McCollum into the front court. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. Jackson with it. His guy's down 3. Has a look. Deep and a putback slam.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Lillard to Cantor. Down for Harkless. Yes, for every tough shot you make, buy one, get one free.
Ed, I have a rule. If you're 6'9" or taller, I don't want to see you jelly it. I don't want to see any kind of weird spin or English on the ball. Just dunk it. Keep it simple, please.
Trailblazers take over. Lillard. From the painted area, won't go down.
Here we go. I got ball. I got ball.
You're on the island now.
Griffin. Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
McCollum with the basketball. Leads just a point. Can't miss those.
And you thought you would have seen him bounce back in the second half. Just looked like he could never get himself into the flow of the game. I put a little bit out on the coaching staff, too. Maybe they could call some better plays for him to get him in situations where he could see the ball go in.
Andre Drummond at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's struggled so far. Off the mark on his free throw. To McCollum. To Lillard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Damian Lillard, right in his wheelhouse, hits the catch-and-shoot 3.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Down to 5 on the 24 to Drummond. Jackson. And it's a Blazer rebound. That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Pistons have it. Reggie Jackson sizing up the all-star Lillard. Sizing up the defense. Jackson. Curling inside. Enes Kanter able to recover with the block. Fires the 3. Yes.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Seth Curry to Lillard. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Blake Griffin matched up with Seth Curry. To Drummond. Nice pass to get things going.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Andre Drummond sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, Detroit.
Seth Curry. Lillard on the drive, but he can't finish. To Smith. Lets it fly from long range, and Collins there to grab the rebound. To Seth Curry. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound Drummond. Galloway against the former first-rounder. Nice pass to set things up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. A bad pass there. Blazers have it.
Neck and neck, they couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
And knocks it down. And, Jay, the system produces once again.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Straight on three. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down with the Blazers in front. Pistons basketball here to start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money down the stretch. It's game time.
Blake Griffin with the block. Jake Layman. He's going to get 3 shots here. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw. Second to 3. Got it. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Griffin strong to the hoop, but his shot stays out. Ish Smith to Reggie Jackson. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Ish Smith to Griffin. Has a chance. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
McCollum. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And the finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Time for some new personnel into the game. Reggie Jackson, defended by Lillard. 4-3. Defense was ready. Reggie Jackson unable to hit. Dame rises, gets a look, can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's 3 for 7.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Nothing going here on that drive. Blake Griffin snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Pistons ball here. Griffin. Ellington here against Jake Layman. Oh, he had him there for a second. For three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Cantor. He was hacked. They let it go. Jackson with it. His guys trail now by 4. Fires the three. It's Cantor with the board. To Lillard. Blake Griffin tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. And the 2 for Blake Griffin.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Lillard to Rodney Hood. Down low for Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Kennard to Jackson. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. From long range. Not that time. He missed it. McCollum. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Jackson. Oh, he had it. To Griffin. Jackson. Won't go down. To McCollum. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And C.J. McCollum, zero hesitation. Knocks down the 3.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Fires the 3. Off the iron. No good. C.J. McCollum. Well defended. You've got to get that one to go. The follow won't go either.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Deep three at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A three at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over. It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse, tonight it's the Indiana Pacers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The opening tip won by the Pacers as we get underway in downtown Indianapolis. Collison, his first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Oladipo. Beyond the arc for three. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Young. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
D'Angelo Russell, couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First one, count it.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Able to convert on both free throws. Oladipo into the front court. They trail by 2.
Okay, reset it. Reset it.
To Collison from long range. That no good, off the mark. Oh, Miles Turner missed his first. That one goes.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Driving right to the...
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Deep left corner. Knocked loose. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Hands up. Here we go. Here we go.
Collison to Young. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. To Russell. for three. Rebound cleared by the Pacers. Pacers control. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Oladipo gets it in the right corner. Young adds 2 points to the board.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Russell into the front court. He'll run the offense. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Nate McMillan making some changes to his lineup.
Watch the cutter, man.
Miles Turner rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
Defense.
Has a chance.
Let's go.
Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Joseph with it. Down 4. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. To Russell. Short jumper stays out. Here's a chance from long range. Good contest. Tyreke Evans can't hit it. Russell with it up top. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in what's been a fast-moving opening quarter. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Indiana with the basketball. Try from the baseline, but it won't go down.
Pick up.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Hey, good shot.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Dinwiddie with the basketball. 12-6 our score. Shot from the lane won't go.
I got ball. I got some for him.
And scores.
Pick up.
Knocks it down from mid-range. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Nets have the lead. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Collison into the front court. Margins 8. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
And it's my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. I got ball.
Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. Joseph with it. Now down 6. From the painted area. Won't go down.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
It's a big finish.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
It's Brooklyn's ball.
Self check.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Spencer Dinwiddie at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 79% at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second.
Set it up. Yep, set it up.
Into the front court comes Collison. They trail by 7. Fires the 3. Not that time. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by DeMare Carroll. It's Indiana basketball.
I got ball.
Lets it fly from long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Russell. Gets a look. Can't hit. Thaddeus Young. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Ed, I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot.
Watch that back door.
Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
I got ball. I got ball.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest. Nets have the basketball.
Watch that cut. I got the cut.
Miles Turner tips it. That's his 3rd block this evening. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Darren Collison shakes free from a tough matchup and buries it.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Russell into the front court. 2-point advantage. Trying to cash in. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Dinwiddie into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. It's rebounded by Indiana. Oladipo into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. Russell with it up top. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Miles Turner sends it away. 4th this contest.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And he'll head to the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Misses the second as well. To Turner. Young. Can't get the bounce. Nets have it. Nothing going here on that drive. The drive right to the basket. That misses with a second to go. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Russell into the front court. Leads a bucket. Here comes the screen.
Screen.
To the outside. Won't go down. Young. Goes reverse to lay it in.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Collison. Fires the three. Tough shot, Darren Collison. Off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Russell.
Hey, box out.
Not that time. Oladipo into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. To Collison. Jared Allen. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Great feed. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. 4 out of 10.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And he hits.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Throws it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Collison into the front court. The deficit is 6.
Watch that cutter.
To Russell. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Russell. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Thaddeus Young snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Has a chance. A fundamental shot right there.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Yes, Victor Oladipo. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Brooklyn's got it. Russell, deep left corner. Baseline drive. On the Pacers come away with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Time for the bench to step up. Kenny Atkinson knows it, making some moves. Dinwiddie with the basketball, up by 6. To Hollis Jefferson. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Joseph with it. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit.
Hey, kick me the ball.
Rondé Hollis Jefferson swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Joseph with it. His guys trail by 10. For 3. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Runners good there.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case two, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA, and one of the most clutch players we had for the Brooklyn Nets this past year.
Joseph with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. Off the assist.
Hey, lock up.
20-footer at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. It's been all net so far. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Russell. Runner here, won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Knocked loose. Pacers have it. Victor Oladipo with the slam. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Got to be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Russell with it up top. It's an 8-point lead. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Cutter, I got yours.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Russell into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Into the front court comes Collison. He'll run the offense. To Oladipo. Collison. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Short jumper off the mark. Collison into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. That's rebounded by Brooklyn.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Russell. Pacers with the possession to Young. Oh, he had him there for a second. Evans driving to the basket, but a shot won't go. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Russell with it up top. Leads 5.
Screen coming.
Nothing going here on that drive. Russell. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Beyond the arc for 3. Good for 3. Now the Pacers going to use a timeout. That's here first. Leaves him with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
I know the fans didn't get a chance to hear this during the break, but the coaches are wearing a mic for the broadcast. I heard a lot of arguing inside the huddle. It lets you know that the intensity level is pretty high going into the 4th.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Collison. Textbook defense. To Russell. Baseline drive. From the painted area, won't go down. Oladipo into the front court. Margins 8. To Collison. Young. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
I got ball.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Russell into the front court. Up 6. Nothing going here on that drive. Russell. Shot from the lane won't go. To Collison. Yes, Victor Oladipo. With that, he's 5 for 9.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Russell with it up top. Leads 4. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Collison. And the rebound comes down to Harris. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know that's easy.
Now whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot, and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Victor Oladipo buries it.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, it's the Nets who are victorious as they win this one by 3. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone. It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We are at United Center in the Windy City. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls taking on the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets control the opening tip. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. Nice pass to set things up.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Chicago with the possession. Probing the defense. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. To P.J. Tucker. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Paul into the front court. Down just a couple. Gets it in the right corner. Oh, had him going there for a second. Baseline drive. And he's going to the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
P.J. Tucker, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 74% free throw shooter. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Chicago possession.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Here comes the screen. Surveys the floor. Levine shot no good. Harden with the basketball. They trail by 1. Baseline drive. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Harden working hard on the glass. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Yo, Ed, how's that saying go? Fool me once, you used up the free pass. You know how they're calling this one. Ease up on the aggressive plays on the ball.
First free throw is good.
You know that's easy. They can't guard you.
Bulls, number 14.
Able to convert on both free throws.
Yes, sir.
Zach LaVine, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Dunn to Levine. Clint Capella able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Zach LaVine forcing that one there. Well defended. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Paul with it up top. Down a point. cruises inside for two.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Dunn, deep left corner. To Markkanen. Clint Capella sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Dunn to Porter. To Zach LaVine. Down to 5 on the 24. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Zach LaVine has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Zach LaVine, 3 for 6 now.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Paul into the front court. Shot clock off as they look for a go-ahead bucket. Down a point. Got it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
I'm on D.
Corner 3 at the buzzer. A three-pointer at the buzzer is good. They can check it all they want, but that clearly was fired in time. And it gives them the lead after 1 quarter. On to the second quarter. Jay, I don't know if we're going to see quite that level of offensive production that we saw to start this one.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Nothing going here on that drive. It's Rockets ball. Paul. Off the mark. The follow won't go either.
I got ball. This is all me.
To Porter. Screen coming. Porter matched up with P.J. Tucker. That won't go. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that was not a good shot. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now 4 for 6.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And the Rockets clear the board. To P.J. Tucker. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Fareed. Oh, he had him there for a second. Baseline drive. Goes reverse to lay it in.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. James Harden rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Now Paul with the basketball. Leads 4. Lauri Markkanen. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Paul across the timeline. They lead it, 4-point game. Kenneth Faried powers it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Bulls with it.
Hey, coming left.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
I got ball.
Clint Capella sends it away. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Levine. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Shut up.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Harden in possession. His team on top by 8. Beyond the arc for 3. And James Harden knocks it down from 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Done. To Wendell Carter. Can't connect.
I got down.
Paul into the front court. The lead is 11. To Harden. From long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
From the painted area, won't go down. First half comes to an end. The Rockets way out in front. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Has a chance, and that's rebounded by Houston. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
Bulls with the basketball.
Pick up, match up, match up.
Sizing up the defense. Takes stock of the floor. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Fires the 3. Rebound Markkanen. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Misses the first.
Got this.
Oh, he missed on a pair. To Gerald Green. Fires the 3. Tough shot for Gerald Green. Off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Not that time. Trouble getting the ball across half court. He was hacked. They let it go. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Nice pass to set things up. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions, Chicago.
Harden. Paul. That no good. Off the mark. The follow won't go either. Capella to P.J. Tucker. Hits the free throw.
Oh, yeah, 2 points.
Harden
Hey, good contest.
gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. Eight seconds. It's going the other way.
Watch the cutter coming through. Bump, 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 bump.
Count the bucket for 2.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
5-second violation.
Clear the ball, man. Come on, it's important.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Tucker.
Knock it down, baby. I got rebound.
On the drive, it's Harden, but his shot no good.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Chicago with 4 to shoot. Rockets have the ball. Tucker defended by the former Hoya. To Capella. Nothing going here on that drive. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Clint Capella at the line for 2 shots. A career 48% free throw shooter. First try, no good. Misses the second as well. Eight-second violation. It's going the other way. Harden. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. 4-3. And Chris Paul, he's been doing that for years. Wide open look, and he buries it.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
The pass set it all up.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
That's a 5-second violation. A lot of contact, no whistle. Oh, they don't get it across in time. That's an 8-second violation. It's a 5-second violation.
That's on me.
Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. It's been all Rockets. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. Rockets with 4 to shoot. For 3, great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
No good, and no foul. Fareed to Gerald Green. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Good look that time, but off the mark.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Paul. Rebound taken down by Markkanen.
Get back, get back, get back.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lauri Markkanen.